Guys, Taylor Swift just released a countdown and something huge is about to drop on April the 26th. I can't wait. Hello and welcome to my brand new weekly series, Tea Time with Taylor, the show that brings you all of the latest Taylor Swift news from the last week. So make sure you sit down and have yourself a nice cup of tea. My name is Joseph Graham, and coming up on today's show, nothing good starts in a getaway car. We take a look at the recent car crash outside Taylor Swift's Rhode Island house. Taylor Swift celebrates friends' birthdays with baked goods. Taylor's huge donation to DEP, an LGBTQ charity. And we get an update on Cat's film, plus reaction to the huge news as Taylor Swift releases a 13-day countdown to April 26th. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going to drop. It's going to be crazy. Welcome. What an exciting week to be a Swiftie. But before we get to all that, I wanted to talk to you about some of the other things that have been going on in the fandom over the last week or so. First off, I wanted to talk about a stolen getaway car that crashed into Taylor Swift's Rhode Island house recently. Thankfully, Taylor wasn't home at the time, but she did take to social media commenting, "Nothing good starts in a getaway car," captioned with a shrugging emoji. This, of course, references a line in her song Getaway Car, and I just loved this reaction and its way sort of showing Taylor finding this amusing. It's a pretty serious story. It's not very nice, a stolen car crashing into your house. But she took a light view on it, and it speaks volumes about the sort of person she is. Secondly, guys, oh my gosh, it's birthday season this week. If you were Taylor Swift, two of her close friends, Abigail Anderson, who of course, the song 15 was written about, and her good friend Todrick, who both share a birthday, interestingly enough, on April the 4th. If you're interested, and both took to social media with some interesting photos, if you want, that were captioned with Taylor Swift's name. In Abigail's case, she uploaded a picture to her Instagram of a beautiful chocolate cake. It looked gorgeous. You can see the picture here with the words "Happy Birthday, Abigail" printed on it. But interestingly enough, there was also a tag originally on this photo, which was tagged Taylor Swift. So does this mean Taylor Swift gave her that cake? Does it mean Taylor Swift was there and gave her that cake? Who knows? One thing is for sure, a few minutes later, Abigail actually removed the Taylor Swift tag from the photos. The photo was still there, but the tag of Taylor was taken down, essentially. What does this mean? Perhaps Taylor asked for her to remove it? I mean, it was Abigail's party, and some people have said maybe Taylor didn't want to take the spotlight off Abigail because, she sort of had a birthday cake with Taylor tagged in it. She didn't want the press getting hold of it, and, basically the light being taken away from Abigail's birthday and say, "Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift was in attendance. This is much bigger news," which is kind of fair enough. I mean, I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Do you think Taylor was there? And do you think Abigail removed the tag because she was told to by Taylor? Why do you think she removed that tag, basically? In Todrick's case, things were a little bit clearer, but they were still really, really exciting if you are a Swiftie. He took to Instagram posting picture of himself with Taylor holding an Alexander McQueen ribbon up to his ear. I believe his right one, I think it was. And then in the second and third pictures, this was sort of what got the fans talking the most. He posted pictures of two huge piles of Cinna sticks, which are his favourites, and these were actually home baked and frosted by Taylor as well. The first was iced "Todrick loves Cinna sticks. I love Todrick." And the second was captioned simply "Love Taylor." She iced these Cinna sticks in cursive writing, and cursive writing is hard to do at the best of times, but to do it in icing, oh my gosh, I have no idea. This girl's talent knows no ends, right? She's amazing. And then you theory-loving Swifties will love the last one, a wax-sealed envelope, which is the same style as the calendar ones, which we will talk about a little bit later. You know the ones I mean. There's a picture there with a butterfly on the front. Again, Taylor Swift practically owns the emoji butterfly, the whole butterfly movement. Essentially, if you look it up, it's probably Taylor Swift pictures on Instagram. But basically on the front was a butterfly with the words Todrick printed on the butterfly. And yeah, as I said, surely butterflies are going to play a huge part in TS7. Comment down below what you think they mean in terms of, this new album, this new era. What are the butterflies? What do they symbolise? Finally, he posted a photo of him in the Alexander McQueen suit that Taylor got him. And by the way, he looked absolutely amazing. Just the whole look. It was incredible. Amazing stuff, Taylor. Amazing, amazing stuff. Right, next I wanted to share an amazing story of how generous Taylor Swift can be. Taylor donated £113,000 to a charity known as TEP, which stands for the Tennessee Equality Project, a charity that aimed to inform and educate people across the state of Tennessee about the rights of LGBTQ rights, which obviously are very important and Taylor supports brilliantly. And I just love, I mean, how generous is this? And the best part, like, she added on the 13,000, which, you know, she didn't need to do. It's her lucky number. She just found a way to put that in there. It's just great. And as well, this kind of went viral among Swiftie accounts anyway. She did a note along with her donation. And yeah, the note was addressed to Chris Saunders, who is the executive director of the company. And the note reads something like this: Dear Chris, I'm writing you to say that I'm so inspired by the work you do, specifically in organising the recent petition of Tennessee faith leaders standing up against the state of hate in our state. Well, that's hard to say. Legislation. Please convey my heartfelt thanks to them and accept this donation to support the work you and these leaders are doing. I'm so grateful that they're giving all the people a place to worship. Sincerely, Taylor Swift. So incredible. And the money sent will help this charity so much for the coming year and help them do so much good in and around the state of Tennessee. Great work, Taylor. Just amazing. Finally, before we take a look at the big topic of the week, we are going to have a quick look at new information we got about Cats the film, which Taylor Swift will be appearing in. The film will be released in December, but we got an update in the CinemaCon convention being held in Las Vegas. They said that the film will be created from the perspective of the cats themselves. And this basically means that everyday objects will be enlarged and made huge. For example, you know, something like simpler like a kitchen table is going to be the size of a 3-story house. It's going to be huge. How cool is that? Jennifer Hudson also made an appearance singing Memory, which is from the film Cats, and that sort of gave us a bit of an insight into what to expect. And now, of course, finally, the news we've all been waiting for and to discuss. The huge news from this week is that Taylor Swift has released a 13-day countdown to April the 26th. Alongside this, she has also changed her aesthetic across her profile pictures on social media, her banners, and her website. This certainly implies new music could be with us within 2 weeks, because, I mean, 13 days, 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. How exciting is that? The release of the countdown was released on April the 13th, and this is significant because the day is marked in the Taylor Swift calendar with one of those stamps, and fans have been speculating that something may be released on this day as a result of that stamp being there. So to kind of confirm that, it was amazing. Everyone went absolutely nuts. Also, on April 26th, Avengers In Game, I think it's called, is being released. So this is quite exciting for Swifties because they believe the countdown's ending then. The film's released, and maybe Taylor has done the soundtrack, and maybe that is the new single for TS7 that she's done the soundtrack for Endgame. We don't know, but that is another possibility. But yeah. Also, the fact that this countdown is ending on April 26th is pretty interesting, because in Taylor's 30 Things Before 30, or whatever it was called for Elle magazine anyway, she did an interview, and on number 26 she says this, which I think is pretty interesting. I make countdowns for things I'm excited about. When I've gone through dark, low times, I've always found a tiny bit of relief and hope in getting a countdown app. They're free, and adding things that I'm looking forward to. Even if they're not big holidays or anything, it's good to look towards the future. Sometimes we can get overwhelmed in the now, and it's good to get some perspective that life will always go on to better things. So not only is she talking about countdowns, it's number 26 on the list. The countdown ends on day 26th of April. Oh my goodness me. It's crazy, but it's another thing to hold on to, and just a glimpse into this woman's mind and how she works and how amazing she is, and, you know, sorting these little Easter eggs out for her fans to sort of look at. And of course, we missed it. You know, no one mentioned this when they read, you know, this article, but it's incredible. Catching up on tea, guys. The countdown was also released exactly 7 weeks on from her post with those 7 palm trees, which of course got all the fans talking and speculating that new music could be arriving soon. So that's super exciting that, you know, the 7 palm trees, and then 7 weeks later we get a big drop. The countdown has also been displayed on billboards in many different cities across the world, in many different countries, and that could implement, fans think that she could be touring the new music in those different countries. I think there was one in like Berlin, and other places as well, maybe Turkey. So yeah, you know, lots of different places where she hasn't necessarily always toured, which could be getting a tour date. So that's super exciting. And then finally, she's posted a few more pictures since, following on from the Countdown release, including the photo of what looks like a love heart covered in jewels. It's also coloured in the same aesthetic as Taylor's Instagram feed and her new aesthetic across her websites and other social medias. Fans have already zoomed in on the picture, and there appear to be individual pictures within that jewel. One fan thought they could see Taylor and Joel when kissing, another thought they could see Ava, who is like quite an active fan account on Instagram. She was able to meet Taylor at the iHeart Music Awards and took a lovely selfie. It's great. Ava, if you're watching, big loves to you. And basically they thought they could see that when they zoomed in. They found Ava's pictures. That's pretty incredible. Whatever happens, something is definitely up, and the thought of new music dropping within the next 2 weeks is super exciting for any Swiftie. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and why not leave your thoughts on all this news in the comment section down below. Do you think new music is really dropping that soon? Either way, what an exciting time to be a Swiftie. Feel free to contact me on my socials. They'll all be in a description down below. Keep safe, and we'll see you next time.